Hey, moving back here this morning, an interview with a legend in the animal protection arena. I actually got to interview Jane Goodall when I was in Boston many, many years ago. Got to interview her again.
Oh, neat.
She is, as you probably know, she's been fighting for the welfare of monkeys for literally decades. She's now backing a new nature documentary called Monkey Kingdom, a rare look at a family of monkeys living in a remote forest of Sri Lanka. Monkey Kingdom. Please, if you don't mind, Jane or Dr. Sanjayan, either one, why don't you tell me a little bit about the movie, the documentary?
Well, it's a look into a very complex monkey society of these macaques living in a beautiful forest among the ruins of a 1,000-year-old kingdom. And I think that people are going to be absolutely amazed when they learn about the complexity of the society, which is almost like a caste system, and the struggles of one low-ranking female who manages to climb the social ladder, and this, of course, benefits her infant. So we see so much behavior that reminds us of ourselves.
It's Downton Abbey meets Game of Thrones set in the world of Jungle Book. I mean, that's basically, you get it all. It's a love story, but it's also just political intrigue.
How did you get it? I'm fascinated to know the techniques you use to be able to shoot and yet not disturb.
Well, the film team, neither Sanjayan or I can take the credit for filming. We just went towards the end to learn about it so that we can be good ambassadors. But I think the secret is the film team is dedicated. It took them nearly 3 years. And they got to know the monkeys as individuals. They care about them. They empathize with them. And when you empathize with your subject as a filmmaker, then you can pick out the right movements and gestures and behaviors that illustrate the character. And so these monkeys also had been studied for 40 years. So the film team had the advantage of knowing the different individuals and where they were likely to be. But it's hard work. You're out there in the heat, you're out there in the rain, you haven't to give up, and I know what it can be like. It's hard work.
Absolutely, and you know, Mark Linfield and his crew who were out there in the field, I mean, just to put this in perspective, I mean, you know, 1,000 days of filming now reduced to 88 minutes. So you can imagine what got left on the cutting room floor and how amazing what you actually see finally really is.
I can only imagine. Of course, part of this is for entertainment. The other part, there's a message behind all this.
Yes, there's a lot of entertainment. I think children will love it. Their parents will love it too. But at the same time, you're learning about the behavior of the monkeys, the problems that they face. And of course, they're living very close to people as the habitat dwindles, as human populations grow. And there's a difficult interface between the people and the creatures of the forest.
And you get to see some of that. And, you know, what you see in that film, that, you know, when these monkeys go into the village to raid the village for food that they desperately need, is something that happens all the time in Asia, in Africa, in Latin America. As a child growing up in Asia and in Africa, you know, I experienced that. Jane has seen that. So, you know, you're seeing, you know, things that are happening right now around the world.
How did Disney get involved in this?
Oh, well, Disney has this series, Disney Nature. They've made many films, and they are really doing a fantastic job in bringing the natural world into people's living rooms, making it entertaining so that people will watch it and go to see it, but also having an education message and
a give-back program. So every one of Disney Nature's films, chimpanzee, you know, bears, in this case, Monkey Kingdom, gives back to conservation. In this case, the money goes to Conservation International, which is my organization, and what we do is work to protect the forests in South Asia that these primates need, but also people rely on for water. Disney just does it at such a high level and sets such a high bar for just absolutely entertaining, gorgeous films. And of course, Walt Disney, look, he drew his entire inspiration from the natural world, right? From nature.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sanjayan and Jane. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure having you on and talking about this this wonderful documentary.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.